This morning, I came across a TikTok which got me thinking about a prevalent issue in our society right now. Across the world, hard fought for gay rights such as the right to get married and not yet obtained trans rights such as the ability to use the bathroom which aligns with your gender and the ability to enter sporting competitions are being rolled back by energetic lawmakers, usually the more conservative ones, which would be the Tories here in the UK or the Republicans over in America. Now and then, but often enough to become suspicious, the folk writing or campaigning for these legal setbacks have turned out to have a proclivity for the groups they're trying to oppress. I have two prominent examples with me today, but I'm sure you can think of a dozen more. Firstly, I want to say I find myself uncomfortable with the "they're all just closeted gays," or if they believe it's a choice, then they're all bisexual arguments, as that seems to sort of backfire the blame for the rights challenging laws back onto the LGBT community. However, part of me in the back of my mind has wondered why it actually happens at all though, and for absolutely no reason whatsoever, the following TikTok video of Pink News interviewing Laverne Cox caused a realisation to finally click into place for me. I'll play the first 30 seconds of the video here and link the account below, so I hope that doesn't break any copyright laws, but I think it's fine under fair use.
There's wonderful data that Pornhub has released that, the top 10 states that search trans porn are all red states. So there's something fascinating that, the states that are banning gender affirming care for trans people and have the most laws sort of attacking trans people, those states, mostly men, are searching for trans porn more than any other states. And they're simultaneously attempting to ban the existence of trans people.
In watching this video, a light bulb sparked off in my head because what it's really about is objectification. And I mean that in the most literal sense of the word, seeing a person or a group of people as mere objects, sat there without their own agency to be picked up and used at your own whims. What the video spoke about, to me, was the frustration felt by those objectifying trans people, usually trans women, when said people aren't standing still and are instead speaking up, humanising themselves in the public eye, drawing parallels to the lives of cis folk and demanding some pretty basic rights enjoyed by the vast majority of people without question. The kind of rage this seems to bring out in those who view them as merely objects is honestly quite difficult to watch sometimes. I think we've all seen a video of the American lawmaker calling non-binary people filth that he didn't want in his state when responding to the death of Next Benedict. I won't play the video here because I just don't want to platform such rhetoric. Another example, a more specific one, is a story that has now gained public notoriety concerning a Hungarian member of parliament, Jozsef, Szajer, who was instrumental within Viktor Orban's government in systematically attacking the legal rights of LGBT people in Hungary, was discovered by police attempting to flee out the window of an orgy of no fewer than 25 men. It certainly made the headlines, at least. But an orgy, just like watching porn, is not about love, nor is it emotional connection. And I'm not trying to take down orgies here, but as I understand it, they're about sexual liberation and the freedom to come together to enjoy one another's bodies in a sexual way without emotional or relationship entanglements. By its very nature, it's objectifying, but everyone in the room consents to it. I find myself wondering whether any of the 25 men in the room actually knew that Jozsef was working extremely hard to make their lives less livable. I also wonder whether it is the strictness of the laws in Hungary which in part pushes the gay scene into this secretive location in the first place, which would make it particularly egregious for the man who crafted those laws to then benefit from the consequences. At the end of the day, in my eyes, it's not about being secretly gay or secretly bi or secretly into trans folk. Really, it comes down to whether the people crafting these laws actually see the people they're going to affect as people. And I just don't think they do. Even the language they use dehumanizes transgender people subtly down to the noun of transgenderism, and it gets a lot less subtle, failing to notice that there are people at the centre of that whirlpool who should have to deal with the consequences of these laws, whilst the men and women who make them do not. Is it grating when the stories come out about anti-gay male legislators having secret male lovers? Yes, of course. It's an intuitive contradiction, and we've worked so hard to try and build a community in the face of horrific opposition that it's jarring to see members of the community, whether they or we choose to accept that status, working directly against those years of hard work. That'll never be fun to see, and I really don't find it amusing, though I understand why some people would rather laugh, as the alternative would be to stay perpetually angry or upset. At the base of it, across the world, we seem to be suffering an empathy shortage in a time when technology gives us the ability to tell our stories like never before. It's ironic, actually. These should be the times when empathy is highest, but we'll keep at the fight, and hopefully in time this situation will start to improve. I love you, and take care of yourself. Oh, and please subscribe, comment, like, and share if you want to see more Sims 4 speed builds, film and game reviews, and social commentary videos from me. No, I won't pick a lane, you pick a lane.
I say the truth through all the lies.